Welcome to Get Celebritized. Today we have such an exciting celebratory show. I cannot wait to get right into it. But you know the drill. Get Celebritized is all about how to help you earn more, live more, so you can give back more. You can give to the causes and people and charities that are most precious to you. So today, I have a big dreamer, somebody who is achieving his dreams, and none other than a UGA alum. So go Dogs. Say that for a reason, because here we go. I'm introducing you to, right now, none other than Cole Christopher. He works in media sales now. He specializes in news and sports. He's a graduate of UGA, go Dogs. He earned his bachelor's degree in advertising, a minor in business, and a certificate in music. He's just using all sides of his brain. During his time at UGA, he served at as the university mascot, the famous, the secretive hairy dog. And normally you don't know who's inside those costumes, but we do. Outside of work, Cole enjoys playing the guitar, staying active through pickleball, go pickleball, and lots of other fitness activities. Help me welcome Cole Christopher. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's so great to be here. Go Dogs. Go Dogs. That was quite the intro. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Doesn't even do you justice. You are such a kind person. So much fun.
You.
I was so glad when one of our producers, Michael, met you over at UGA at some event. So
yeah, it was a career fair, actually.
There you go.
Yeah. So I was at my career fair booth, and then he came up to me and was like, I think I recognize you from Instagram. And I was like, oh my gosh, no way. And so we connected, and then we talked about, your podcasting and stuff. And we're like, we have to get connected. So I'm glad we've been talking about this for so long, and it's finally happening.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, on this show, I love to, introduce people that are living their dream or have stepped out of their comfort zone to feel the fear and do it anyway. Mm-hmm. And we know not everybody's dream is to be a mascot of a
sweaty
sports
mascot,
mascot. Most people are like, better you than me. But the point is, the way you got to this and how it can shape your future. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So without any further ado, how on earth did you become a football mascot?
Actually, it's a funny story. So it's also, we have all the sports too. So it's football, baseball, all the events, weddings too. But it all started.
Weddings and football?
Yes, it's everything, all the above, yeah.
So you're kind of like Miss America, you go around and do your
exactly, it's like a pageant, it's like a pageant show. But yeah, so I mean, it all started, I transferred to UGA in 2022, and so I was a sophomore at the time, and going there, me and my brother, we transferred at the same time, but I didn't know a single soul at UGA. So, we had summer orientation, and I actually met one of my best friends to this day, her name's Elisa, and from there, we just hit it off. And, in our friend group, we like to joke around, have fun and everything. And she told us, guys, this is a secret. I shouldn't be telling you this, but I'm Spike. And if you don't know, Spike is the other college mascot, which is that big balloon guy. It's always the basketball game. Oh, yeah, there he is.
I didn't know about that until you told me about him.
Yes. And so, I was like, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to be a college mascot. And I was like, of course she's a mascot. She's so outgoing, dances, all these things.
So she's saying that's her.
She's saying that's her. And I'm like, I believe you. That's totally you.
Okay.
And so, I posted on my close friend's Instagram story, which is like a private story on Instagram for, your friends. And I was like, guys, I really want to be the mascot, the hairy dog. How do I do this, kind of deal. And then my friend Diana slid up and she said, Cole, I literally know 3 of them. Let me get you connected. Let me give you their numbers.
3 of them, so there's more than one.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
That was always fun to learn.
Yes, and so, I met up with them for coffee. It was with Sam, and he, just gave me the rundown, what to do, how to prepare. So, I watched a lot of hairy dog videos and mascotting tutorials in a sense, and then I also took dance classes. So I got pretty jiggy with hip hop. We danced to Justin Timberlake, all the above.
Is that important? Do they look for dance skills when looking for mascots?
Oh yeah, that was my top thing. Is okay, that's gonna set me apart is dancing. Also my toe touch. And if you don't know what a toe touch is,
what's toe touch?
It's you jump up and then you basically do a split in the air. That was my thing.
Oh wow, you're a little cheerleader, you.
I know, right?
Well, you need to be a cheerleader. You're the cheerleader.
Well, it's
being the hairy
part
dog.
of the cheer team
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
So, but yeah, and then I tried on the suit a bajillion times. I always went to their office hours, quote unquote. You just try on the suit, and I tried out and I got it. It was insane. I was praying so hard about it. I was like, God, if this is for me, please, let's figure, I just want to do it. And so I ended up having it, and it was amazing. But I told my friends that I got it. Obviously, it was kind of like a secretive tone.
And I love this picture.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Is that you with Uga?
Yes, it is.
I love that.
That's one of the football games. I told my friends, and then, my friend Elisa, she was like, I wasn't actually Spike, but that's what drove me to do it. And she's amazing too. She like really helped me integrate within UGA and introduced me to so many people, and it wouldn't have been the same experience without her too.
So the line was good. Is it Elisa?
Elisa,
That's such a pretty name. My daughter's name is Alyssa. So
oh, nice. Yeah.
Thank you, Elisa, for doing this. We love him. Love to meet you too, wherever you are.
She's up in New York, but she'll be back soon.
New York, yeah. Well, it's really cool that you got that, and that by that circumstance actually gave you the idea to say, well, why not?
Yeah.
So I love that you use that story. Yeah, sure, I'm Spike. That's all right that you're not. But it leads me to how many in any given game, how many mascots are there inside those outfits? I always thought there was one outfit, one mascot, but it gets awful hot out there.
Right.
So tell us how that rotation works.
Yeah, that's a common misconception because people are like, oh, there's only one Harry, like he's out there,
in August.
It's,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it gets pretty toasty. And also to answer your question, if you had it, there's no air conditioning, there's nothing
like
cooling.
World. They've got those air
I wish,
yeah.
And so does Bucky. Have you seen the Bucky's mascot?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a Bucky's mascot, and then he has this giant fan on the back of his. You know, and I always hear it whenever I'm getting a picture with him because obviously if I go to Bucky's, I'm getting a picture with Bucky himself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
you don't have air conditioning.
There's no air conditioning.
Okay,
No.
so how many are there of you?
There's 6 of us.
So how often do you rotate?
It would be every quarter for football. We would switch off, and then there's a thing called Dog Walk, which was like a little parade beforehand.
Oh, I was at that. I know the Dog Walk.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So you know all.
You know all. Everybody was so much fun.
Yes, yeah. And so we'd always switch off, and I mean, we'd always make the most of the 20 or so minutes that we had on the field because, you just want to make sure everybody's involved. And,
right.
You never know if it's the first time or the last time that somebody's going to see Harry Dawg, the mascot, right?
Right.
And so you want to make every experience count and just make sure you make the best of it, make the most of it.
What's the most important skill, like when you're being coached? Do you all have a coach too? Like they have
the cheer coach,
the cheer coach.
Ben.
What's some of the most important tips they give you when you're in that costume?
Yeah, I think just being personable, that's really the key thing because I mean, going off of what I just said, like you really want to make the most of each experience, and you want to be a super big character. Like, Harry, like he seems like he'd be kind of like a mean guy type of deal because he's, big and buff as you can see.
Yeah, no.
Huge muscles,
big teeth.
Exactly. But deep down, he's just like he's a really cool guy. You just want to be the biggest person in the room, but also with that being said, you want to make sure everyone feels seen.
Is there any don'ts? Anything that like I used to be a professional clown.
Oh,
I really was.
Are you serious?
I had white face
like a clown nose and everything.
No, I had white clown makeup with sparkles. My name was Crystal.
I love that.
And I roller skated, did parades. But when I actually went to clown college, I know this is I went to clown college.
Clown college?
Yes, and I was a professional, so you had to do a lot of things the right way. There are do's and don'ts.
Okay.
Like you can't let any of your skin show. You always have to have your gloves on.
Same.
Not allowed to eat or drink in the costume.
Yeah.
Those people back in the day weren't allowed to smoke. I didn't smoke, but you can't do those type of things while in costume, or you have to go back somewhere.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of strict do's and don'ts. Did you have any do's and don'ts?
I would say it's probably not as structured as that was because you went to clown college, but for us, I mean, I'll give you the layout of what our uniform was, and so you can't necessarily see in the pictures here, but we had tights. We had really long Nike socks, and then these Nike shoes here as well, and then just like an undershirt. So like you always have to have those. That's
you don't have any skin showing, so it's kind of like
exactly, no skin, definitely not. And then some people wore like I don't forget what it's called, like a little scarf around their neck, so you wouldn't really be able to see it. But I didn't have one of those. I just kept my head down. But the don'ts, don't carry a wedding cake.
Oh, gosh, what happens?
So this was not with me. This is in the past, but this is one of the warnings I got from, I think it was Sam that told me initially. But basically, like I said earlier, we do weddings, right? And so the bride and groom or whoever the wedding planner was decided it would be a great idea for Harry. Oh, wait. It was like Harry Dawg was just like nearby the wedding cake. And so like, the wedding cake ceremony is about to happen and everything. And then, Harry's dancing, doing his thing. Next thing you know he bumps into the wedding cake, knocks it down on the floor, and then he's just like, oh, like, my bad, like, I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't mind if Harry Dawg turned over my wedding cake. I mean,
I'm sure they were able to eat some of it afterwards.
Doesn't matter.
But
I mean, that's a memory forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Why have a normal wedding? Oh, we all cut the cake. Big deal. We had Harry Dawg knock ours over.
Yeah, well, that was not me, by the way,
Sure,
but I wish I had a video of that because that's priceless.
If I could do that, I'd have Harry Dawg jump out of the cake. I mean, they're missing an opportunity.
See, you have great ideas.
We'll
put you on the board.
Okay, I'm just saying. Well, doesn't everybody want Harry Dawg jump out of their cake?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of that, you were also in a commercial. I think this is the coolest thing. I'm going to get a close-up of that.
Yes.
This is signed by, tell me a little bit about this and who has signed all this.
Yeah, so this was actually, it was right after I graduated. I think it was the weekend after of May of 2025. And so I didn't know much about the commercial at the time. All I knew is that was for this company called Old Dominion. And so I knew that there was going to be other mascots there, but it was an amazing experience because it was literally all the
Other
SEC mascots,
mascots.
all the Big Ten mascots, and like you get there, everyone's just so charismatic, so inviting, and we still have a group chat that we text in here and there. And it was just a great time. And, you know, we decided at the end of it that we were all going to, you know, take our call cards and sign it for each
That's
other.
great.
And we all went around the hotel lobby signing everybody's papers and everything before we left. And
I love that.
it was a great time and a great experience. And it's cool, you know, watching football games from the other end this
Yeah.
season, not being on the field and just watching away games or home games, you know, on TV and seeing my commercial pop up mid-game.
it's so fun.
It's really interesting. It's cool.
Some of the things I want the viewers or listeners, whether listening to us on a podcast or watching on TV, on social media, is having those experiences. I always say, why not? What do you have to lose? If you're thinking, gosh, should I do something that may be on your heart? Why not? Why not give it a shot? Because right now you're sharing just all sorts of other experiences that you didn't know were part of being a UGA mascot or any mascot. You know, you can do weddings, you can do commercials, things happen, doors open, new friends are to be made.
Yeah.
I mean, why be boring? Why live so cautious where, I shouldn't do that. What if I'm not good? Or what if I don't get it? I'm the encourager to say, what if you do?
Exactly.
Why not? And what if you don't get what you're thinking of? But at that audition or at that job interview, you meet somebody that might be the love of your life, or it might be your new best friend, or might say, hey, I've got a job for you.
Right.
But if we don't go out there, we never know. And one of my favorite scriptures is Proverbs 16:3. Give your works wholly to the Lord, and he will bless and prosper them. But if you don't give them up and start putting your hand to do something, he's got nothing to bless. Because you're being too cautious.
Yeah, absolutely.
So while people watch this, God forbid you might not even be a Dogs fan, but we won't go there. But the point of this is just reaching for whatever your dreams are.
Exactly.
Reaching out there and having good times, having experiences, living life to its fullest, living your legacy. And I love this too, I want to show before we forget.
Oh, yes.
Tell us what this is, because this is all part of the dream of
Absolutely.
graduation. And does this mean you were honors or... what is this?
Unfortunately, not honors, but
Well,
I'm still a smart kid, you know.
But
But yeah, these are for my graduation, and I know we played the video earlier, but I was wearing these in the video where I was calling the Dogs in front of everybody at Grady. But oh, there we go. Actually, now I'm honors because I'm honored that you're wearing that.
I did not graduate, but I'm a fan.
There we go. But yeah, so those are just my tassels for graduation, and then yeah.
Yes, well, this is great. This is great. Also an honor because you are in school too, and you are smart. And you've gone on to do other things, which brings me before I go on to where you're going in your future. I love that you were celebrated, most likely to be famous, awarded, and here you are on TV, having fun, and now working at NBC and other places.
Yes.
So this is so cool. So tell us first, before I go on to what your future, how this shaped your future. Why do they keep the identity secret?
I think
a tradition.
It is a tradition. I honestly don't know the origin of it per se, but I just know that my coach said you can't tell anybody, and so I didn't. And I tried to keep it a secret as best as I could. But
Did you tell anybody?
I wouldn't say I'm a blabbermouth, but I would say that people could connect the
Lisa
dots.
knew.
Oh, at least she was like the first person I told outside of my family. But yeah, I mean, I did my best to keep it a secret, and didn't post about it on social media whatsoever.
Right.
But I was always somewhat associated with Harry in somehow, some way. I'd always be next to him on the football field, or
wondering, hey, he's got a crush on Harry. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
He likes his dog too much.
Exactly.
That's so funny. Well, the reason why I know that is because I was at this fair, and I love buying UGA jewelry and all.
Yeah.
I was like, they had other teams there.
Yeah.
For all this jewelry, I'm like, and I go right to the red, I go right to the Dogs,
There we
and
go.
I find these. I don't know if you get a close up of these, but I find these cute. Are they right side up?
Those are amazing. Can I try this on?
Of course, you have pierced ears. So I find these, right? And I go over to the cute little girl that was there. I say little girl, college student, right? Was there. I said, oh my gosh, I have to have these. And I said, I'm interviewing Harry Dawg for my podcast. She goes, you know who he is? It was so cute. Like, it was like you were Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And I said, am I not supposed to know? And I'm like, well, I guess because he's graduated.
All right.
She said, oh yeah, if he's graduated. I said, but none of us know who they are. And it's like no one knows who he is. I'm like, oh, so you don't know there's more than one?
Oh my goodness. And she was just mind blown.
She was mind blown. That's why I realized, I think I let the cat out of the bag. They had texted me. I didn't know I'm not supposed to know, but you're on my
the secret's
show.
out there. The secret's out there. I also am a blabbermouth on social media now that I can say that.
Well, now that you can. So when you graduate, you can say, so you all can know that he's the mascot, which is great. All right. Well, it's so fun. It's just great when you see there's a lot of UGA fans in Forsyth County, which is so fun. We do outside concerts. All the chairs are UGA.
There we go.
I say all, that's all the ones I see. And I know there's some others, but I don't look at those.
No.
Now, let's go to future.
Yeah.
Let's go. How did this, by having this experience, which we know is more than just, people might just think, oh, it's just football. Well, we're not going to go there because I'm just football. But I love sports, any sports. I love the team spirit. I love you learn, over, under, around, or through. You make things happen. You're not a quitter. It teaches so many life skills by being sports, music, anything that you're passionate about.
Absolutely.
So now being a mascot and going through this, how is this shaping your future jobs and career? Or is it just something that was just a good time?
Yeah, definitely all the above. But I will start with this. Whenever I was a kid, I was honestly very quiet. Like I was not bubbly, outgoing, or anything, but I just would always kind of go with the flow, not really put myself out there. And then, as time progressed, I ended up, putting myself out there my senior year of high school. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try out for this, theater show. I'm going to see, if I get any part, like that'd be great. As long as I'm putting myself out there and, just trying something new, I would be happy. And then I ended up getting a part called, his name was Willard, and it was in Footloose, if you're familiar.
Yes,
with, yes. And so, I ended up getting a supporting actor role, which is an insane time. And that really just helped me say to myself, if you never try, you never know, right? And so, I just kept putting myself out there after that. Whenever I transferred to UGA, I was joining all these clubs, getting new experiences, trying to meet new people, and, put myself out there as well. And then, Harry Dawg came along, and same quote, if you never try, you never know.
We have the same philosophy.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I really just wanted to continue that and just put myself out there. And, if
Has
it
it made a difference?
Absolutely.
So where are you now? How long have you been graduated?
Yes.
When did you graduate?
1 year. So I graduated not this May, but last May.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I got a job within Tegna, which is a broadcasting group, and I work for the NBC affiliate here in Atlanta. And it's
Alive.
Yes, and it's been such an amazing experience. I've learned so much from all my colleagues. And
what do you do?
I do ad sales.
Okay.
So I help support the sales staff and generate new businesses to put their businesses out there.
Do you think any part of going after that crazy thing? Oh yeah, I think I'll be a Harry Dog, and having to audition, put yourself out there. Do you think that gave you an edge on going in for the job interview for something like it, 11 Alive? Because that's a big deal. That's a lot of people would want that job.
Yeah.
Because NBC, 11 Alive, the affiliate, is a great place. I know them well over there. Yeah. Not just anybody can go just get a job there. You got the job. Yeah. So how do you feel that corporate, went over to overflowed to that?
Yeah. I mean, I will say, I think being the mascot, I was always in front of, 90,000 fans. So I'd be doing, pregame stuff, and I'd be in the center of the field. Not that everybody's watching necessarily, but, I'm in front of all these people, right? But something whenever I was out there, I would never get nervous. Like, I feel like whenever I was a kid, I would always like my chest would kind of be, have a lot of pressure, and I'd be like, oh gosh, like people are looking at me kind of deal. But I'd be on the field, I would feel nothing but excitement and just being happy that I'm there and just being so grateful for that experience. And, from there on out, I've had
give you confidence.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
That's important.
Yeah, very confident. And so, after graduation, I was interviewing for other roles. And then, eventually, the one with Tegna, I wasn't nervous for my interviews. Like, I just don't get nervous. It's just crazy.
This is like a downgrade from what I just did. Not a downgrade, but like 90,000 people too. I've got to impress one person, or 5 people.
Well, that's important though, because you're having an actual conversation too. So you want to make the best, first impression. I think that's also something I learned from being the mascot is making everybody feel seen, feel heard, and make sure everybody, just, likes your presence and everything. And I think, just going forward with that, I've been more, how do you say, just present with people. Yeah. And that was a really cool thing that I learned from that, I think.
I think it makes such a difference. Again, you're not just, if you're in college or, in school for anything, any high school, college, whatever, to have those extracurricular activities. It just widens your horizons, gives you confidence, gets you used to, doing other things and being in different situations. So I wonder, I have a feeling that it made some kind of difference when they were hiring, because you're in ad sales and marketing. I mean, hello. Yes. I mean, wouldn't you want Harry Dog, somebody to a mascot, to be there for encouragement and sales and enthusiasm?
Yeah, right.
It's not like you're in the back doing, accounting.
Yeah.
And I don't think this would come in handy. But it's still good. I don't know. But I'm like the outgoing one.
Yeah.
So I think that's so great. And I'm so excited that you did this. And I just see your future. Speaking of future, we'll talk about that in a minute. But before we do, we cannot let this interview go by without a monumental moment that truly made the difference in me being the obsessed fan that I am, I was coming along as a fan. My son-in-law, Matthew, Dr. Matthew Boudreau, woo, married to my daughter, Angelica Boudreau. My show, I can do shout-outs.
Yes.
And Alyssa.
All the above.
All the above. Anyway, I'm becoming a fan because he is a chiropractor, and a lot of the students were his former clients, and he knew them from West. He goes, oh, this guy is from that. So I started sitting down watching, reluctantly watching football with him because I wasn't into it at all. I was into skating. I was into everything else.
What sports did you like?
Well, I was a figure skater, so I was a gymnast. So it was about the Olympics.
Yeah.
I watched everything Olympics. I loved all the stories. And I'd watch baseball on occasion. I understood that game. I didn't understand football at all.
I see.
But we'd have to watch it on Thanksgiving. We'd have to watch Super Bowl because it's my daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
So I'm like the reluctant one. But all of a sudden, as Matt was telling me, this guy did this, telling me stories like they do in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I was like, so I started watching. And so it was so cool that I'm watching. I'm starting to get excited. Now, here's what happens. That 8 overtime show.
Oh, my goodness.
Where I'm at my house on my couch. Matt and my daughter are home in the bed watching. Well, we thought it was just going to be a nice little game. All of a sudden, you go into 1 overtime and 2nd overtime. And then before you know it, we're like, oh, my gosh. We went into the next day. We're on our couches. Will this ever end?
Yes.
You had me on the edge of my seat. So my question for you is, yes, day 1, thank gosh.
Yes.
But were you in that outfit that entire time? Because that went on until after midnight.
Yeah, so thankfully, I was Harry for the 3rd quarter, not the 4th quarter. So I got out just in time. Ryan, he just graduated this year. He was in suit, but he said it's one of his favorite moments as a mascot.
Sure it was.
I think, because I was probably in it for 20, 25 minutes. He was in it for over an hour, but it was the most intense game of the season.
No kidding.
We had such an amazing time. And I remember, there's so many camera crews, right? Whenever they're filming the ESPN, all the news networks and everything. So for overtimes, you have to go from one side of the field and then, one team attempts to make a score or make a touchdown.
You have to move over.
And then they moved down to the other side of the field. So literally they went back and forth so many times. And it was funny seeing the migration each time. But I remember one of the times, me and then 2 of the other Harrys were approached by one of the ESPN guys, and then he was like, everyone get rowdy, and then he put us, I wish I had the pictures for you.
Do you have those pictures?
I do have the pictures. I'll send it to you after.
We need those for sure. It'll be so much fun.
But yeah, so we got on.
That's what I was going to ask. What were y'all doing during that time? We're watching the show, watching the game, and you guys going back and forth.
Yeah.
What was your most favorite memory, most embarrassing moment?
Yeah. As far as anything?
Any
okay. Favorite memory, I think, was the SEC championship with Texas, as well as the commercial. I have so many favorite memories. And weddings. Actually, it's the kids' party. This is the sweetest thing ever.
Okay.
So basically, with Harry, Dawg, you have a meeting every Monday, and then your coach goes through stuff happening in the coming weeks, and you get selected for each one. And obviously, I'm raising my hand for anything, no matter what it is. And this was super exciting. It was it was 2 twins. It was their 3rd birthday party, right? And so I'm expecting, it's like a Chuck E. Cheese kind of vibe, like where are we going to be, Dave and Buster's kind of thing. But it was at their house, and it was the sweetest thing ever. And they're just playing tag and stuff, and they just didn't know how to interact with me. They were very confused at first because they're like, I've seen you.
You might look a little grumpy. That was scary. If they're little.
Yeah. But I just whenever you're with kids, it's the funnest thing ever because you never know if they're gonna cry, if they're gonna be super excited, if they're gonna be kind of nervous. I got that
when I was a clown. I think I'm gonna be scared. You never know.
Yeah. But I just remember them they at first they were a little bit nervous and they were unsure how to interact with me. But I was like give me a high five. We can play football. We can play catch and everything. I didn't obviously say that out loud, but I was I had a ball in my hand.
Right, you're not allowed to talk.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But they eventually got warmed up, which was amazing. And then they brought out their birthday cake, and it was so sweet. And then another time too, speaking of birthday cakes, I was on ESPN's College Game Day, and you know how I said you're not supposed to carry wedding cakes?
Yeah.
Well, I was under the impression we weren't supposed to carry any cake. And so
it's a no-no.
The producers for ESPN come up to me and they hand me this cake. It's one of the guys' birthdays who was on camera. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I about to drop this on national television? And so that's not even the worst part because, holding a cake and giving it to somebody is one thing. I had to go upstairs. And so.
In that outfit?
In that outfit.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my
goodness. So I just remember I saw a clip one time and I'm holding the cake, right? And I'm whenever I step up or downstairs, I always lift up the head with my shoulders so I can see more outside of
that's cool.
everything. And so I just remember you can see me lift up the head, and I'm like walking up the stairs, going super slow, hoping I don't drop it, and it was a success. He got the cake, but that was a really cool moment as well.
I wonder about somebody that hands you a cake in that outfit with those paws, with that head. Sure, here, you take it.
Right.
That would have been a YouTube moment, right? Oh my gosh. Well, fun. I still think you're missing the opportunity. You guys do weddings. Pop out of the cakes.
I am with that. I'll tell my coach.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun.
Know.
But they come just to like celebrate with the bride and groom.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do quinceañera. Is it quinceañera?
Yeah.
The
Sweet 16.
The Sweet 16, all that good stuff. All
yeah,
right.
Birthday party. Yeah.
All that good stuff. All right, so now I know where you're going to be.
Now you know. Yeah, there's a form
Christmas
you can fill
parties.
out.
Okay,
Yes.
we got you.
I did a couple of those.
Oh, we're going to be doing mine now. All right, as we close up, gosh, I could talk to you forever. It's so much fun. I do want to know, what's your favorite quote?
I think just going back to the one I said earlier, if you never tried, you never know. I've lived by that. I think it all started in high school. So I was a part of the yearbook staff, and I was trying all these new things, joining, new groups and clubs, and just putting myself out there. And then my professor, or I guess teacher, not professor since high school, gave me a goodie bag for my senior gift, and it had that quote in it.
Aww.
And ever since, that's just been my motto. And I know it's pretty cliche, and she said it too, but it's something that's really got me through a lot of different things and new experiences, and it's on my vision board.
I love it.
It's something that I always,
can't win if you're not in. And lastly, as we close up, we only have 2 more minutes left. Your favorite book or podcast to help you stay motivated and inspired?
Yeah, my new favorite one is Love Does, and it's by Bob Goff and Donald Miller. I just finished it, and it actually was a gift from my sister and brother-in-law, and it's just a great story because it's not, a concise story, but the overall theme is that, the authors are talking about, past experiences and things that have shaped them throughout their years, and then they relate it to gospel, which is a really interesting, way to read. Because I think sometimes with books, I'm kind of ADD, so it's like I kind of get lost in the sauce. But with this one, it's a new story every single chapter, and so it was just such an easy read. And
I love that.
I really enjoyed it.
All right, now if you can look into my eyes, tell us, as we have 30 seconds probably left, what's your big dream? What's your big dream?
I think I just really want to be happy, right? I want to keep having it, like, obviously have an amazing relationship with my family, and then, have a family of my own, and then above all else, just make everybody proud, including my mom and God.
Well, you already are. Do you have a career goal too?
Yeah, well, I think.
Are you going into journalism? Are you going into marketing? What are you going to do?
Yes, I really just want to see the best, version of myself in the coming years. Who knows what's to come as of right now, but I really love where I'm at, and I'm excited to see what's to come.
You want to be like a broadcaster?
I would love to.
Red carpet interviewer? Come on, let's get into the business here.
Yes.
Maybe have your own podcast?
Maybe so. Yeah, you've inspired me.
See? I love that. All right. And now, Lisa, I'm one of his new best friends, too, so you're going to have to share it with me. So I'm just saying, Cole, thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much.
This has been so much fun. You're such an inspiration. So what we're going to do is get out our little pom-poms and say, go team, go Dogs, but go for your future. Get celebritized. Celebritize yourself. Don't be shy. Get out there, make your biggest dreams come true. Live your big, juicy legacy life. You can do it. Until next time, this is Aurea McGarry and Cole Harry Dawg saying have a great day. Bye for now.
Go Dogs.
Yay, go Dogs.